Before this video starts, I'd just like to shout out. No, that sounds dumb. Before this video starts, I'd just like to send a big thank you to my brother. He is at home for the first time in a while. He works out of town a lot as a welder. And because he's at home, I said, hey man, I want to learn how to TIG weld. And he said, all right, I'll show you. Well, I woke him up the other day. And that's where we're going to start with this video. I just wanted to tell him thank you in advance at the beginning of the video. If y'all have questions about TIG welding, I don't know the answers, but I know the guy that does, so feel free to ask any questions. All right, let's get this thing started. It's a rainy day, so we picked today to, how would I put that? I picked today to learn how to TIG weld. My brother's in town, he's a professional welder. And so I woke his up this morning at 8 to come out here. We got everything kind of cleaned up, rounded up, and he's gonna show me how to TIG weld. I got my long sleeve shirt on so I don't burn my arms. I got FR pants on because, well, they're work pants and I didn't pay for them. And then I got my Vans on because obviously you want good closed-toed shoes for this type of operation. If you're curious, FRs will not save you from anything. They're just bureaucracy at its finest, where we have to pay $100 for a pair of work pants that cost us 20 bucks. All right, let's get started. We're gonna be using the Pro TIG 200 Vulcan. You know, the Hobo Freight Special. This is going to be our work area here. I'm going to go ahead and start cleaning up a couple of this angle iron. That way I have a good clean area to weld. I do have some knowledge. I know that you got to have clean iron to weld on. Alright, so I got my metal cleaned up, both sides, all the ends. Not perfect, but a good plus ½ inch on either side. Hopefully keeping all the contaminants away from the weld. We got the Pro TIG 200 set at 150. We got our arc pedal. It's got a rheostat in it, so the more you press down, the more voltage it sends. I think for this one, I'm just gonna stand on it all the way. That way I get the same consistent amount all the time. I'm sure if I ever get good at it, I would feather that some depending on scenarios. And we got our weld cleaned up, and we got our TIG rig ready to go. You got any pointers for what's the top 3 things I must screw up?
So like the #1 rules to welding is get comfortable is like #1. Otherwise you're not going to make good welds. #2 is watch your edges.
Okay, watch your edges.
Don't worry about the middle. The middle will take care of itself.
Middle takes care of itself.
Clean your metal for dirt.
Okay, don't touch the TIG, the tungsten tip to the puddle or metal. And then I want to watch my edges because that's what matters. The center will take care of itself if the edges are filled up. And then clean your metal before you use it and be comfortable. Okay, let's mess this up. You should probably get a hood on so you can tell me where I'm screwing up. Oh, never mind. Alright, flash hood, you better work because I've already bought 2 of you. Alright, you ready? I really want to be out there on the end of that thing holding the cup.
Yeah.
Alright, so when I start, I should start it and then bring metal to it?
Yes.
Okay.
You start it, you get it hot, and then you'll bring metal to it to fill in.
Alright, and I don't want to be any closer than that, right? Like even closer? Higher when I first start it and then bring it down?
As close as you can keep it without touching is what you want.
Okay. Almost a little bit further down. Okay. Yep. Alright, you ready? I'm about to arc.
You can look. You can put your heel on that cast drill.
Yeah.
And get comfortable with it.
All right, you ready?
Yep.
All right, I'm arcing. Oh, Oh, that's so cool looking.
There you go. You just let off the throttle. You don't.
Oh, don't pull off.
No. Sorry. I should have told you that this time.
Let me just tell you something. This is so much more fun than MIG welding already.
Yeah.
I've only done a tiny tack, and I am already confident I can make a prettier weld than, I mean, it may not hold anything, but I know for sure I can already make a prettier weld.
Let's penetrate it all the way.
All right, but it doesn't even seem like it's gonna tear up the metal or nothing. Like, okay, I'm gonna tack that side, and then I'm gonna just all the way across. Well, not, you know, just run one all the way.
You're gonna have to leave that. See, right here at the end, you kind of stayed over here on this side. You're gonna have to move that one back and forth. You're not gonna be able to just straight.
Okay, so just kind of walk it back and forth like
I'm
I'm MIG welding, you know, just about like that.
Yeah. Yeah, when we're walking it, we're never really walking it more than 3/8 of an inch.
Okay, I got you. But basically MIG weld once I get going.
Yeah.
And then probably start all the way back on the end, and then just maybe not add as much metal right there where I got the bubble, so I can flatten that back out. Alright,
don't forget to pull off. Before you stop.
Shut it off, don't pull off.
Yeah. Oh, another thing, you kind of, right now your angle, this part is, you're kind of doing this, like here's the edge.
Yeah.
You're kind of doing that.
Not good?
That's not a flex neck, so don't.
Oh, okay.
I need to grab my other TIG tools and see what it is.
Alright, go
keep
bro,
that
you go.
straight with the weld surface.
Alright. Alright, we're arcing again. You ready?
Yep. There we go.
Could you weld this? Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't go backwards.
I was gonna say, there's no way to go that way, is there?
No. You can, but you gotta be.
So in that scenario, what I should have done was start behind where I wanted to tack and walk into it. Okay.
Yeah, you have to constantly think about that as you're doing it.
Y'all write this stuff down. I'm teaching you all the things I would have not known. All right, I think I'm just gonna run it. I don't think like this is going
You
pretty
might actually flip it over.
Okay.
You tack this side, so if you flip it over and weld this side.
Oh yeah, and it's nice. I like it. I like the way it fits.
It also, this is a key component to welding stuff.
Oh, because
you've already tacked that side, so it's already done like this.
Yeah.
Not much, but enough. But once those tacks are in there, they kind of bind up and they don't let it pull back the other way.
Right.
So when you weld this side, whatever little bit of a pull will actually even out with those tacks. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So you can't just wrap it around and make a U out of it.
Alright, are you ready to correct me if I'm screwing up?
Yep.
Here we go.
Just becomes a little bit closer, not so much metal. Alright, and metal. Back off. Alright. Back off. You kind of, like, as soon as it is and it's cold as you're running, you're going to have to just dab it, so it's just like add a little metal and then pull away, add a little metal and pull away. Add a little more metal. Because it's kind of like a rhythm thing. It's dap, 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 dap. But you also got to watch them edges. See how your edges aren't quite tying in. So you got to add enough metal to make them edges tie in.
Am I like excellent on distance or too close? I feel like I'm so close I'm about to touch it any moment.
No, you're good on that. That's about where you want to be. You want to be right above the puddle, as close as you can get it without touching.
It's So quiet. I love this so much. Alright, I'm getting out of my reach. Oh, that's interesting. Alright, so not near enough metal here.
Yeah.
Too much metal here. Right about right while I was in this area. But right here I was too low.
It wasn't too much metal, but it was too much metal. Like, you weren't penetrating, you were just stacking metal on top of it.
Right. I don't, right here is undercut right there just a little bit, huh?
Yeah. If you'd have just fed just a little bit more when you...
Perfect otherwise?
Yeah, that's perfect speed and temperature.
Yeah.
But when you're dabbing, you kind of got to dab and make it kind of fill up.
I got you.
You got to put enough metal in there for it to...
Yeah. It's actually surprisingly harder to see than I thought it would be, especially with the tacks. The tacks felt like they were so easy to see that...
Yeah, you started... Right here, you started kind of...
I wonder if the light got brighter outside.
Okay. Doesn't really affect the light, the ambient light. Like, you can be out in the darkness and this thing. Actually, the darker it is around you, the easier it is to see.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I wonder if the sunlight changed in the middle of it, where I was like, I felt like I got harder to see it. Either I needed more this, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Either I needed more cover or something. If this works, this is what I did. I literally took some electrical tape and taped a welding lens to the front of the GoPro. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. All right, firing up on the back side. Oh, I can see that so much better. That's going pretty good. I don't think I can see. You never know how much shake you got in your hand until you try this. I feel like I'm straining with my hand, like I need to move my palm further forward, but I don't want to like shake it and stab it, you know?
Yeah. Keep that in the middle. You're almost to the end, so it's going to get hotter at the end. Back off your heat. Hold. Alright.
I did 2 butt welds, and then I set another piece on top. Maybe a T-weld, ran across there. Super hot still. That one came out pretty good. Ran across that one came across, and then I welded the hole in on that. So I'd say all in all, overall success. I'm gonna steal my brother's extra lens. That way we can continue this if it worked with this over the lens for welding. And here we are back at the house. It's gonna be nice because we got the window unit blowing a slightly cool air in here to the garage. My brother has loaned me his bottle, one of his proper 150 amp leads with a flexible neck head. an adapter to the bottle. He let me borrow his foot pedal and one of his multitude of Vulcan weld machines. This was actually the one that I built the engine run stand with, but I did it with the MIG gun, which works great as far as MIG guns go. This thing does its job. So today, with no assistance, as you can see, nobody else is in here, I'm going to attempt to rig this properly. I have already been warned that the polarities are backwards from what you would think. The ground clamp will be on the positive connection, and then the TIG rig will actually be on the negative side. I have to set this thing to the TIG setting. I have to figure out where the the pedal goes, which is not on the front of it, so I'm assuming that's inside the side door. So I'll pop that up, and then all we'll have to do is hook this up, which that one's pretty simple. That goes to the end of this, turn it on, and then on these more proper rigs, you just turn it on here. That lets the gas flow. Turn it off when you're done with your weld, save some gas, and that's it. I think I'm gonna have to call my brother to check and make sure this is the right rod. All the labeling's off of it except for just like an abbreviated labeling. It says ER70S-2. Doesn't give me size or anything else. It feels like the right size. And then this one here, same situation. All the labeling is gone. And this one's labeled same thing. So I feel pretty confident it's probably the right one. But we will figure it out. We also have some smaller stuff that's super shiny, and it's labeled 5356. No idea what that means. We may maybe we'll just Google it, see if we can just figure this out by ourselves. Not that my brother's not obviously the easiest solution for figuring out the problem, but you know, sometimes you need to figure stuff out on your own. Alright, so we're gonna swap this. To positive. That'll go to our wooden table. Perfect ground. And then I'm gonna slide this back a little bit. I'm gonna be welding right here, so that's kind of the concept anyway. Whew. We'll bring this bottle over here. That'll connect to this. Grab a couple of channel locks. Those might be 5/8. Come on, meow. Alright, bottle's hooked up. Look at it, 30 psi. Okay, definitely gonna have to call on that. That seems like a lot. But we don't have any leaks. Alright, so now walk this out. I got this adapter to hook it to the machine. Alright, that takes care of that and that. Alright, we got our little tiniest human. He's gonna be my weld inspector today. The foot pedal plugs in on the side of the Omni Pro 220. Got it ran underneath. And then I'm really just checking it right now, make sure everything's working right. And then I'll clean this stuff up, and tomorrow we're gonna do some welding. But I think everything should be hooked up right. So everything's labeled really well on the machine. If you look in there, positive, negative, that's what we got hooked up. And then it says it's set on MIG, so we probably need to change that. Probably go settings. Go back, maybe home. There we go. That's MIG, spool guns, stick, TIG. We want the lead connected to the TIG torch and the gas source on negative, and then the ground on positive. That's right. And yeah, that's probably about right. Okay. Maybe that's right. Oh, that's 130 amps. Let's turn that up. Let's go 150. That's what I started at the other day with my brother. Let's try that. All right, you ready? Got your hood on?
I don't know if it's dark.
What?
I don't know if it's dark.
You'll know.
If it hurts my eyes, it's not dark.
Yep.
What happens if I hurt your eyes?
It won't hurt. It's dark enough, it won't hurt your eyes right away. We're only on weld for a couple seconds, just a little tip, a little tap.
Like, and then it goes.
Pretty much. You ready to see it?
Yeah.
Here we go. Are you coming? Got your eyes covered? Here we go. Here we go. Any day now.
Why didn't you weld? Oh, crap. You're about to weld.
cover your eyes up.
Was that all? Ron, was that all? Did you even weld? Jeez. Or is there something wrong?
Something didn't work right, bud.
So you only made that?
Oh yeah.
Something's not working? Why?
Yeah, it's not doing what I thought it would do.
So this was basically just kind of a waste.
No, I'm sure I got something silly set up. I'm just trying to get it fixed so that it'll
Wood.
weld, yeah. So I shortened up my ground, brought my ground all the way to here. See if that'll fix it. But yeah, boss.
Something didn't go right.
I believe you're right. All right, so I've tried it off and on. I don't know. Apparently we're not gonna get this thing figured out. Guess it's time for a little Google time. All right, so last night I got it to fire up. So on the other machine we were using, I'll pick it, show it right here. The pedal, the moment you hit it, it initiated spark and would fire up. On this one, you hold the pedal down, touch and pull back, and that's what fires up the torch. But you can let off the pedal to fire it back up. So I was just gonna lay my strap across here and then work on this little bitty tiny sliver, but I think I need more space to work anyway, so I'm just gonna weld this piece onto that piece, and then I'll have a little more workspace area. Gas on. just like to say a big thank you to my brother again to loan me all this equipment, show me how to use it. We're going to keep working at this. We're going to get good at it, and then hopefully I can use it to help do some body work on some of these vehicles we got coming up. Don't forget to turn your gas on. We'll see y'all next time.